I welcome our viewers at the Red Line Show. Today we will discuss the latest events in the world and the main events in the world. For example, 2024 Olympics Games. Today with me, Serhii, Henry. My name is Dmytro. And my first question, what do you expect from this Olympics?
All of it. I mean, I have a question to you. I mean, neutrality, what is this?
From the beginning.
Here we go. No, boys. I mean, this was a serious question.
Smoke talks.
No. I mean, Snoop Dogs, whatever. I mean, seriously, if Russians, whoever wins, neutral medal, is that what they're going to get?
They will get gold medal, silver medal. It's not neutral medal. It's neutral athletes, but medal have some value.
Neutral only flag and anthem, not medals.
Okay.
But for me, for example, as was announced, when Russian or Belarusian athletes will get the medal, the green flag will rise.
Green flag.
Green. Full green. And I think that it's wrong because it should be
because the green flag already belongs to Muslims, right?
No, there are green flags with some.
I'm just trying to make some fun because no one is ready.
No.
Actually, no one is ready to neutrality. What the hell is this? Really, boys? We know it, and you know it. Everyone knows it. But okay.
So
green flag.
If you will not interrupt me, I will take a joke
always.
About a flag, and it must
you
be
have 40
not,
seconds, brother.
Okay. And it should not be green, but blooded. Blooded flag. Blooded flag on the Olympics. It's the meaning of Belarusian athletes.
Okay.
Because green, what is green? Green is something. It's something grass. And when it will be blooded, everyone once again remember about the war.
The reason that I was joking because I don't have any other way to actually express my. It is outrageous for Russians even to be there. I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, isn't it? But it's for us Ukrainians who've been spending our own lives here for 2 years. But
you see.
There's no other way, right?
Today I will be the defender of Russians. I'm not such a person.
Very unexpected.
I'm not such a person, but for example, we had another wars during the last 100 years as Olympics is going. And there are, as I remember, it's the first time when country is abandoned. So, there are.
You mean banned? Yeah,
yes.
right.
So, yes. So there was Russian Olympic Committee, but now there are even not Russian. So we had some wars, for example, between China and Japan, and all these sportsmen from these countries took part in the Olympics in early 19th. So that's why I think that some sportsmen could be at the Olympics, but. Right. Maybe this problem with Russians and Belarusians rise another
question.
Another question.
True.
Maybe all the competitors must be without a country. So it's a competition of athletes, not countries, because there are so-called.
But it's unreal.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's impossible. How do you do this?
Yes.
It's impossible.
Okay. And how will Russian and Belarusian athletes will take part in this Olympics? They are without country, so everyone could be without country. Yes.
Really, Americans?
Yes.
Japan? No.
But they're proud of their countries.
Russian also proud of their countries.
They don't have that right now.
They should be silent, but I think when they will got some medals, they will shout, "Russia, go ahead."
Yes,
and as I said, all the viewers of the competitions will shout Russia, Russia, they
With
will not.
flags, Russian flags. and so on and so
Maybe
forth.
Russian flags will be abandoned by some stewards, but the shouts Russia, it will not be shouts neutral athletes, neutral athletes. You see, you couldn't support someone with neutral with neutral emotions.
I mean, absolutely. I mean, the
So-
emotions cannot be neutral
So
by default.
you will
It's impossible, but-
shout Russia, and if, for example, some Russian athletes win some medals, I'm 100% know that all Russian media will say that despite that fact that all the Westerns
of course.
abandon our athletes, we show that we are the greatest.
Of course, of
So-
course.
so-
Without a doubt.
So that's why there must be more strict rules because what
Look, I have one not question. IOC, they can't even don't give to some Russians athletes. They cannot ban them because according to Human Rights Compliance report, we have 31 athletes from Russia and Belarus,
Right,
and
right.
6 of them they or support Russian invasion,
Yeah, right.
and we have evidences.
So
about
what?
this.
I mean, no one is ready. This is the main thing. What I want to tell. It's obvious. There is no such thing as neutrality in sports. It's impossible. It's stupid. And now they're trying to put, murderers and killers and child abductors. They're trying to somehow connect it to sports.
But from the another side, all these sportsmen, they couldn't.
Personally, I know. Personally, it's a tragedy. It is a tragedy. I mean, you all of your life, like in gymnastics, we've been talking about before. I mean, you spend all of your life.
And some,
there's nothing, and then
some
someone-
gymnastics is under 18 years. They couldn't vote.
Yeah,
even.
exactly. They're a child. I mean, but still. So what do? What are we discussing now? No one knows what to do. This is what is going on. So maybe there is a chance to set new rules. Like no is a no. Like the aggressor is the aggressor. No sports for aggressor. No sports for aggressor. If you want to, do sports,
but,
come over to Ukraine.
But at the same time, you violate the rights of this
Yes, I do.
personal sportsman.
Yes, I do. Yes, I violate the rights. I do. I take that responsibility. You cannot break. You cannot make an omelette without breaking eggs. But what do we do? Just,
I agree with Henry. It's all must be yes or no, without exception.
there is no space in between.
Yeah.
I cannot imagine myself like watching a neutral athlete winning the competition, knowing that actually my colleague, your colleague, our colleague, like Alexander, he was murdered by Russians, and we know him, we knew him, and now we're like, okay, Russians murdered him, but they're so good in running. Jesus.
When they're neutral.
Yeah, neutral. This neutrality is all about hypocrisy. Write in comments below what you think about that. I think this is all about hypocrisy. Because, the IOC is not ready for, NATO is not ready for that. No one is ready for war. No one, maybe there's a time to set up new rules.
But
like
okay,
no is no. Like,
okay.
not half yes.
But let's take some examples. For example,
Okay.
we had a very great tennis player, Rublev. And many tennis viewers would like to see him on the court.
So what?
So why some IOC abandoned to me to see my favorite sportsman?
Just because.
Why?
Well,
you abandon my rights.
Okay, I abandon your rights. I ban your rights. Someone has to ban someone's rights.
So-
Otherwise, are you telling me that someone from Russia under the same flag can come over to my country, rape me, murder me, kill my
There are
parts of
no
my family?
Russian flags. There are no Russian
Okay,
flags. There are
okay.
no Russian sportsmen. There are neutral athletes.
The whole world knows that the neutral flag is Russian flag. Henry said so.
Okay.
So what do we do?
So now you made some geopolitical
Another war. I just
earthquake,
started another war.
earthquake because Belarusian, for instance, it's not Russian.
Okay.
Well,
Well, of course they are. I mean, but it doesn't matter. Henry said so again. So, I mean, we're not trying to find a solution of it. We're trying to, find a way to keep sports apart of a ferocious, terrible war that Russia is waging, which is impossible.
But
I'm sorry.
yes, it could be a real declarative statement from IOC about what they think about war.
But they think nothing. They think what I think. They think if I am a million, if I'm a billion persons, I will be IOC. I will tell them what to do. There is no authority in IOC. Dear IOC, you actually are the followers.
But you see,
okay.
the question is, you said abandon all of them. Abandon, and
Ban them.
ban, all of them, ban. And in such a way, we will go to the dictatorship. It's
Exactly.
not
I mean, this is
world dictatorship. And who will decide?
Me. I mean, sure. I mean, this is the problem. But I know no one has a solution. But let's keep just sports out of it. I mean, okay, what do you suggest? I suggest nothing. Maybe IOC made a good decision.
I don't agree with that.
Okay, me too. Absolutely. There's no decision, and they've been pushed to something like, halfway there. Okay, Russians are there under the neutral flag, so this is a neutral murder. I mean,
Russian sportsmen, it's not murderer.
Okay.
Russian
But some
authorities,
of them support this.
Openly.
they support
Yes,
their country
Dmytro. I mean, openly.
No,
they
not
say
country.
we are.
Invasion.
I mean,
because they are fighting against Nazis. Did you know?
yeah. All right. Well, this is quite a news. I mean, okay, but seriously, what do we do about it? Nothing. No one is ready. So we are in a position to set a new set of rules here.
It could be a decision.
It could be a decision, and then it's economical, political, and judicial rules, new rules. No one knows what to do. Sorry.
But IOC is weak, unfortunately.
Well,
Yes,
such
all
decisions.
international organizations.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like the Red Cross, which is like crisscross or whatever. It's crazy. Half of a decision, like neutral flag. The whole meaning of the flag is not being neutral. Neutral flag is like, they will cut it out anyway, so I'm not going to say it. But
Okay, but for example, before the full-scale invasion, all the Russian athletes participate under the flag of Russian Olympic Committee.
right.
They could take part as a part of Russian Olympic Committee.
I don't know. I mean, this is IOC's decision, but that would be a decision at least. This is not a decision. This is like a whole world. I don't know what to do, but let's make this. Neutral flag? Sorry. It's stupid.
Okay.
Nothing, I mean, so what's next?
Okay.
Korean sportsmen? North
That
Korean
could be
sportsmen. We
so
also want
strong.
to, let's go.
There are North Korean sportsmen on the Olympics,
Yeah.
so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay for all the world.
I mean,
It's okay for all the world that North Korean football team.
I'm not
took
even
part in
trying to be honest or something. I mean, on the right side. I'm totally on Ukrainian side. I don't care who knows what and who cares. I mean, people are trying to participate in Olympic Games and trying to separate the whole murderous thing of Russian Federation, a part of it. They're trying to put Putin under the neutral flag. This is what is going on right now. This is sports. This is not sports. This is the continuation of war under a neutral flag, and Putin is absolutely happy about it. There's always a tragedy in our life. I mean, the tragedy is that, I mean, wasn't there enough tragedy for this 2.5 years? I've been in Bucha, I've been in you know, already. I mean, I've been talking to this for 2 years, you know, too much. Yeah, but still. I mean, I don't have a solution, but maybe the world needs one. But this is not a solution. This is halfway
okay,
there. Something.
okay. Let's find. Three of us find this
Okay,
solution.
let's do it.
Abandon all of them. Okay, abandon all of them. At Olympic Games in Paris, there are no Russian.
I know what you're trying to say. That there are some people that are actually for Ukraine. And
No. I'm not about this. I'm about in the Olympic Games in 2024 in Paris. There are no Russian athletes. For example, in 2025, the war is ending.
Oh, Jesus Christ. How about to stop the Olympic Games? How about to stop the sports until this ferocious war is reaching the end?
The meaning of Olympics to stop the war during the competition.
Well, let's ask the meaning of Olympics Nazi Germany. What was the meaning of Olympics? The meaning of Olympics is what I call the meaning of Olympics. Is what people say. What about the people? People are not ready. People want show, and the show must go on. This is what you get, people. All right. So it doesn't matter whether we have a decision or we don't have a decision. People want to have show. Here you go. No one cares about Ukraine but Ukraine, and we know it. So Russian athletes.
Russian athletes. Okay, and I continue. In 2026, there are another Olympic Games, and war is ended.
Okay.
Is ended. Thus, we must allow Russian athletes to take part in this?
Here we have two options. Russia will reset with new power, and so on. In this case, I think it could be okay. But in case when war ended, but Russia still under Putin's regime and so on, no, that's not an option. For example,
I mean, all right. Well, let's take it further. Let's say IOC head and all the managers in high chairs have family in Ukraine, and half of their family is murdered by Russians. What would they do? Would that be a decision? I mean, everything is personal. Let's be honest, at least for half an hour. Everything is personal. My Ukraine is personal. I cannot stand Russian athletes competing in the Olympic Games. But maybe
not
I'm
everything.
wrong.
For example, criminal code is not personal.
Good for them.
I'm not agree with you because it's personal. Everything is personal if it touches you. Because no one in the world were abandoned Russia in 2008, in 2010, after the invasion to the Georgia. Invasion to the Georgia. It was the war, Russian-Georgian war, and 2010 there are Russian athletes. 2012 Russian athletes. 2014. Olympic Games in Sochi.
Yeah,
Olympic Games in Sochi.
I mean,
2014 annexation of Crimea. 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. It's what was possible with you in this time.
Well, my
was
subscription to Eurosports, I believe that's what it is. I mean, I know I'm trying. I know what you're trying to actually deliver the thought that it's like the above. The politics, sports is above the economy, and it's above everything. It's like the idea, but it doesn't work this way. For me, it just doesn't.
Never worked.
Exactly. This is what I mean. I don't have an answer. For me, I made my decision. This is personal for me. I'm not just going to watch any of Olympic Games at all. How about not having Olympics until the war is over?
So you don't like to use cold mind in this question?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not a person.
I want to ask you, what about to abandon the theater during the war?
Okay.
You are as a writer, all your works for your all your life, all your works is abandoned in one day because of war in some Russia, Ukrainian.
You want to take it to extremes, like to absolutely.
Yes, because you propose this to all the sportsmen.
I'm not proposing anything. I'm just making my decision. I'm not watching the games. I'm not proposing you not to watch it. Okay. I'm saying that this is what I'm not going to do.
But you see, if we abandon all Olympics during the war, many people in the world, they are sportsmen. They are put their lives on this issue to get up early at 3 a.m. and training, and for example, tomorrow you will take part in the main competition in your life.
I'm sorry. All I want to say that this guy is absolutely Ukrainian, 140% Ukrainian. So he is now actually advocating Russian sportsmen. See, I mean, this is how noble the nation is. You're trying to walk their shoes. What you do now is trying to advocate the justice. And this is incredible. And this is why I am in Ukraine. Because I just love what's going on. But I'm still not going to watch Olympics. I'm sorry.
Maybe you didn't find your favorite sport.
Yeah, I found it, but I'm not going
It's not Olympics.
No, definitely not.
It's about wrestling in the dirt.
Girls, of course. But
Of course.
yeah, sure. But I mean, I don't have any serious answer to this. I don't know. But what I love about it, that we are even discussing this. We're here in Ukraine, and you are advocating something above your pain and about your hatred about Russians. You still are trying to find justice. And this is very good.
Because I trying to walk in their shoes. Okay, because you see, all Russians is a little persons. They called themselves a little person. I couldn't change anything, and all I could do is participate under the neutral flag. Of course, all these 31 sportsmen who take part in Olympics, they could, after the winning, stand up and said, Putin is bad, Putin must go to the Hague, Putin must be killed, or something like that. But all of them, I know, they all little persons, they will say, I'm very glad to win this competition, and I want to the peace, I want to the some doves flying over me, and blue sky and green grass as like my flag. So it's you see, all these sportsmen, I'm advocating them, but I want all of them understand that their country is criminal. I want they understand.
I mean,
because
what you're trying to do is you're trying to make a person to understand that they actually are Nazis. It's impossible. There are Nazis right now, even from that war before that, that I still don't believe that they were Nazis. It's impossible for a person to understand what they are doing. No,
that's not a great
I mean, we're
strategy.
really far away from the whole idea of sports right now, because there is no decision. And this should be the decision of IOC. There is no decision. You cannot, I mean, somehow connect Russian sportsmen, because they are great athletes. They're great sportsmen. There are sometimes even great people that are for Ukraine, but I'm sorry, you cannot be anyway competing for Russia, because that's what they do. Neutral flag. This is a whole rubbish. It's nonsense. It can't be a neutral flag. Flag of neutrality. What country is that for? I mean, it stands for nothing.
All right, but I have a question. What you propose for those Russian athletes? Maybe to refuse their
No.
citizenship.
I already made my proposition, of sorts. So stop games.
Just-
Stop all of sorts of games.
But why American sportsmen should be punished by some crazy Russians?
This is why.
Okay, Americans could stop Russia. It's okay. It's I understand. Why Lithuanian sportsmen who couldn't by themselves stop Russia must be punished by these crazy people?
I mean, is that a question? Or
Yes. Because you propose abandon all the sport. Because, for example, I want to talk you because, for example, when Ukrainian national football team play their games at the Euro 2000
Right.
in the Euro few weeks ago, all the Ukrainian soldiers gathered in the trenches and see this competition because it's something like from the normal life. And that's why we cannot abandon all the sport.
Well, you know, when I'm going
And
to be...
excuse me, I want to add, and there were no time where there were no wars in the world.
See how it's going on? So now I'm responsible for all this.
No, you are not responsible. You are proposing to abandon all of this.
So what-
you
all
see,
right.
you see, it's for me. It's like
You say it's stupid. I know.
It's like a Russian mentality. So until war, we stop everything, and when war
Great.
ends, we will continue to.
Can I
to
ask
live,
my question?
To live, no, but. But the
Jesus Christ.
but the
I
life
really-
is continuing. You couldn't press pause and my life is pausing for 2.5 years.
Well, this is why I am in Ukraine. This is why I am. You're absolutely right. Absolutely. And I am wrong. This is what I admit. You cannot just say no to reality. You absolutely have to find the decision. I don't like this decision. I don't like it. I don't have an answer. But maybe you can. What do you suggest?
You know, for me, as I see, one of the variants how it could be. In 2022, there was a very serious discussion in the ATP and WTA companies about the Russian and Belarusian athletes who are 2.5 years are competing under without no flag, not neutral but without flag. So there are, for example, Elena Svitolina from Ukraine and someone unknown from somewhere.
Some other country like
Yeah,
just-
somewhere. And
Okay.
in 2022, Great Britain abandoned all the Russian and Belarusian tennisists from the taking part in the Wimbledon.
when
It
you
was
say abandoned, you mean banned.
ban. Yes,
Right.
sorry.
Okay.
Ban all the Russian and Belarusian athletes to take part in Wimbledon, the greatest tennis, one of the greatest tennis competition.
Right.
And at that time, what international organization do? They didn't count into the rating the Wimbledon 2022. So they decide to support Russian and Belarusian athletes, but not the country Great Britain, who decides that murderers and rapists will not take part in my competition. And if then, in 2022, most of the international sport organization abandon all the Russian athletes, maybe now all the Russian athletes will take part as a Kazakhstan sportsmen, as French sportsmen. Many Russian sportsmen change their citizenship.
Flags.
Flags, yes, flags, citizenship.
So it's not
but
neutral anymore, isn't it? So there is no. All I'm trying to say that there is no neutral sport. It's stupid. This is my opinion. There is no neutrality.
No sports.
I'm
without
not trying to
flags.
say that I'm right, but I'm definitely not neutral. I'm all for Ukraine, and this is. You want to oppose me? Oppose me.
okay,
But I mean, I know you're not trying to oppose. You're trying to find a solution. This is why I'm here. This is why what I love about Ukrainian nation. You're still trying to find a just solution, but there is no one. I mean, there is no just solution for this. At least I don't know one. Maybe this is the best solution. Actually, neutrality is like halfway there to make the games actually happening, but. What happens if Russian athlete actually wins? Because they are great athletes. And you cannot ban them and say that this is a competition. It's stupid. You have to actually compete. What happens if they win? It's a neutral medal.
you see, for example, humanity has two examples of Olympics without participating of strong athletes. 1980, 1984. It's like Olympics for
For Soviet Union and
Exactly.
allies
and for the West.
And for the rest of them. Yeah.
Yes, and it was two different Olympics. And
Yeah.
I know there were many problems with Soviet sportsmen who were very strong in 1984, but couldn't take part in Olympics in Los
So
Angeles.
what? It's just sports.
but
Come on.
it's
It's
just
not it's not sports. It's a life of personalities.
Great.
yes, but it was just an example that sports and politics unfortunately cannot be without each other, because every country can go or not to go to some competitions because of some political events, problems, and so on. And
But sports is politics, isn't it?
always, always.
But okay,
But yes, I agree with you that it's examples when some people, they, for example, banned from Olympics, and they not guilty maybe personally, and it's maybe not that's not right. But in case of ban of all Russian athletes, IOC could show their position.
Exactly. I
about
mean, maybe this is the solution to make it personal. Maybe you have to go out.
But everybody.
all these sportsmen, it's personals, and
This is
that is why IOC trying to say to Ukrainians that these sportsmen it's neutral. They are not supporting Russia. We know all of us know that are supporting Russia, are supporting war. Most of them, because if you are not supporting Russia, you are change the citizenship. You are talking about it every day. For example, as Igor Swiatek, it does. Many times it did. She did because you are supporting Ukraine. Because, for example, I like darts. I like darts to see this competition. It's my own my guilty pleasure. But for in one of the latest competition, one of the greatest darts of modern times,
Sportsman, right.
Michael Smith, he came in the tee shot with little blue and yellow flag, and I don't. I like this sportsman without his
Just without this flag.
yes, because I like how he play. But when I see this flag, my respect to him increase in 100, in 1,000 times because
See? Now it's personal, isn't it?
Yes, it's personal. But all these Russian sportsmen, because because all of them want to be a great Russia sportsman who play in the Olympics.
Everyone wants to be great, and everyone wants to rule the world. But the question is, what do we do about it? What do we do about like playing, running faster, jumping higher, while people like in Kharkiv are just burned alive? This is our world. This is what we do. This is a personal life. You do not participate in Olympics where people get murdered, raped, and abducted. Oh, come on. I mean, I'm going to stand on my point of view that there should be no football, no soccer, no anything, no Olympics until the war is over. Finish the war, then finish your game.
Maybe. So
I mean, I'm not trying to say that I'm right.
No, but only this war or all wars in the world?
You're trying to take it over the edge. Maybe. Because it seems quite strange to me when we're trying to get to Mars while our children are dying because of thirst. They don't have water to drink in Africa. Some children are dying right now as we speak. And we are trying to get to Mars. So we don't really care. We want to have a show. Okay? So I have nothing against the show. But that should be, the timing is everything. Not now. This is my opinion. And you don't have to ban Russian sportsmen. You have to ban all of them. You have to ban the games until the human values win. Because human values first, then comes sports.
you see, I will not agree with you because
God damn it.
every country has their own human values. For example, in Russia, human values is different from
Totally different.
in the rest of the world, and that's why maybe some wars it's a fight between human values, between freedom and
The absence of
totalitarianism.
freedom. Yeah,
Oh, I totally agree. In Iran, absolutely different values.
So now you're trying to say that you are for Iran and Russia. And I mean, guys, I mean, we have to stop somewhere. All I'm trying to say that this is not a proper thing okay, what is your suggestion? What do we do about it?
I personally propose, abandon all the Russian athletes. I think that because
Now I am you, but they have their personal stories. They have the lives. They've been training for half a century. Oh my God, who cares?
no, but if you will be abandoned and you put all your life in this sport, you must do something, not just
Like
be
what?
silent. But like tell your.
But there is no nation to tell that Putin is wrong. Because if there would be a Russian nation, they will already just, throw it out of the country.
No, I'm not agree with you because in any society there are some quantity of madmen, and in Russian society there
That
are
is true.
there are some quantity of madmen who support freedom. Of choice, freedom of willingness, and don't support Putin. There are 2, maybe 3 persons, but every sportsman who said that Putin is bad, Russia is mad, and all our country is doing is something stupid, they increase the quantity of these madmen in Russia, but adequate people in all the world, around the world.
So, yeah.
So
The answer is yes.
Yes,
So what?
yes.
and that's why if we abandon all the Russian sportsmen, then they will do something. They will change the citizenship.
Oh, really?
Yes, because if we want, so then all the
Okay,
Russian,
this is
all
the way.
Russian sportsmen
Maybe, yeah.
has the decision, or you go away from the Olympics, go away from sports, and begin to do everything to do. The same
If
thing.
you
all the
want to
Russians.
make me a dictator, I'm ready.
It's and this this
you
solution,
you'll be in trouble. But that will be
this
fun for
solution
me.
is very simple in manner of how to apply it, because you just ban all the Russian sportsmen, so they must or change the citizenship or go away from the sport
It
and
doesn't work like
begin to
that.
drink alcohol
It
as
doesn't.
Medvedev does.
But that's
Doesn't work.
not really not bad decision. It's not half decision, at least.
And this decision will push all the sportsmen to do something. You
Okay.
must do something.
Okay.
Yes, of course, you can sit and say, "Oh, this bad IOC ban me. Oh,
All right.
my life is ruined."
Yes,
But the life of all Ukrainians is ruined during this war.
Yeah.
and
Okay.
these sportsmen, they have fans who support them, and this can be maybe not decisive to stop the war, but to change something inside Russia, for example.
Okay, I accept it.
Okay.
So if you're proposing, okay.
Okay,
I'm good with that.
So we will ban all the Russian athletes with
From today.
We should just start
Yes.
with that. It was obvious, but
We will suppose that during that till the next Olympics it will be supported by IOC, our decision, because our decision is the main thing, and
Absolutely.
one thing is more valuable than our decision. Is decision of our subscribers. So so subscribe to UATV channel to see such discussion, and see you soon.
that was cool.